After I was born, I lived in a log cabin and grew up in the rural area of Dorr. I'm the oldest of 5 brothers and 2 sisters. My dad drank a lot. At 5 years old, I remember sitting in his truck, waiting. When he came out of the bar, he gave me the keys and made me drive. I didn't know how we made it home. When Dad drank, he beat my mom. Sometimes I felt like she took it out on me. She'd tell me, "When you grow up, you're going to be just like your dad and your Aunt Mary." In the back of my mind, I thought, oh, okay, I'll be like Dad. I love my dad. I graduated at 17 and moved to Detroit to work and to be with my aunt. One day, a friend asked, "Do you want to go to a party?" "Sure," I told her, because I've never been. She dyed my hair, got me a yellow outfit, and took me to a blind pig. That night, a tall man asked me, "Come here. I want you to work for me. I already have a job." I didn't know until later he meant something entirely different. In 1964, Bob and I met at a restaurant. He just got out of the Air Force. Eventually, we married and had 3 kids. Then we moved to Grand Rapids. He was a workaholic and I was an alcoholic. One day he told me, "I'm giving you one last chance. You go out tonight, make sure you're home by midnight." I was coming home from the bar when I swiped a car and then hit a utility pole. But I made it home, drunk, head bleeding, and cops on my tail, even though it was way after midnight. The next day I moved into one of our apartments and Bob still took care of me. In the late 70s, I came home from drinking one night when my family told me the authorities took my kids away. My family tried to do an intervention and I didn't like it. I told them, if I want to stop drinking, I'll stop drinking anytime I want to. Eventually, my boss encouraged me to go into treatment. I went to the care unit at Kent Community Hospital. I attended AA 5 times a day and met with Paul, my therapist. We did exercises where we look in a mirror and tell ourselves good things and bad things. He also taught us how to relax ourselves from head to toe. When it was time to leave the 30-day program, I was scared. What if I drank again? A friend told me, "Mary, are you drinking today?" "No." "What are you afraid of?" "The old me coming back." Tim told me, "Let's face it together." After I got out of treatment, I was living in an apartment in Grand Rapids and working at Sambo's. I was sober for 2 years before I started drinking and using other substances. In 1973, I met John and we became friends. About a year later, we had a son named Sam. He was 3 years old when Bob took custody of all my kids and moved them to Texas. One day, I asked myself, wow, why am I doing this again? I went back to AA and have been sober for 35 years. Today, I know that in order to love another, I have to love myself first. I take care of myself, and all my children have moved back to Michigan. I was with John for 42 years, and we did many wonderful things together. Today, I'm a social butterfly. I go to AA meetings when I need one. I go to church and surround myself with sober friends. I also like to go to Michigan Indian Elders conferences, and I enjoy participating in activities put on by my tribe. My name is Mary Pigeon Vanderwood. I am Matchibi-Nashiwish, and I live in Jenison, Michigan. Remember, live your life, laugh, enjoy yourself, and be free.